Do you find yourself constantly dealing with headaches, especially during anxious times? Maybe it starts with a pressure behind your eyes, a tightness in your jaw, or a dull ache across your forehead. And maybe despite clear test results and reassurance from your GP, you're still worrying that something might be seriously wrong with you. Now, headaches and anxiety are deeply connected. Welcome back to our channel, where we talk about all things related to anxiety and our mental well-being. In today's video, we're going to look at why anxiety can cause physical pain, like headaches. We're going to look at the difference between anxiety-related tension headaches and migraines, how to tell if your headache is actually something more serious or your body is just crying out for rest. And more importantly, we're going to begin to give you some top tips so that you can feel better. So please do go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button. So, what is an anxiety headache? If you're experiencing a dull, tightening pressure around your head, a pain behind your eyes, or stiffness in your neck and shoulders that just won't go away, it could be more than just tension. These are all common signs of an anxiety headache, and it's not just in your mind, it's in your nervous system sending a physical message. Now, many people describe anxiety headaches as having a tight rubber band or squeezing feeling across their forehead or scalp. It's pain that builds up throughout the day. Sensitivity to light or noise with accompanying jaw tension or shoulder stiffness. Now, these symptoms often come and go alongside anxiety, and they're frequently overlooked because they don't show up on a scan. So, why can anxiety trigger headaches? When we feel under pressure, our body activates the stress response. It's what we know as the fight and flight response. Now, this is designed to keep us safe in moments of danger, and it serves us really well. In fact, we wouldn't have survived as a species without the safety alarm response, the fight and flight response. But if you live with chronic stress, anxiety, burnout, or unresolved trauma, this safety system never really turns off. Now, that constant state of activation means that muscles stay tight, especially in the jaw, the neck, and the shoulders. Breathing becomes shallow, reducing oxygen to the brain. Sleep is disrupted, making it harder for the body to recover, and you become more sensitive to internal sensations. So it's no wonder headaches become a daily battle for many people struggling with anxiety. Now, one of the most common fears among my clients was that something serious was being missed when they got their symptoms checked out, either by their doctor or at A&E. They're often scared that persistent headaches mean that they have a brain tumour or a neurological illness, especially when anxiety makes every sensation feel magnified. Now, I remember working with someone who was convinced her pain meant something life-threatening. Her days began with pressure behind her eyes and ended with burning tension in her neck. But after multiple GP visits and clear scans, she was left frustrated, anxious, and still in pain. Now, once we began working together, she started to understand how chronic anxiety, emotional overload, and years of muscle tension were playing out in her body. When, with the right tools and support, she finally began to feel relief, real relief. In fact, many people contact me about health anxiety. It's the most popular reason people come to me. Now, it's important to know the difference between tension headaches and migraines. Many people with anxiety headaches wonder if they might actually be migraines. Now, while the two can feel similar at times, there are some key differences to look out for. So, with tension headaches, it often feels like a dull, steady pressure or tightness across the whole head or around the back of the neck. They're typically caused by muscle tension and emotional stress, and while they can be really uncomfortable, they're usually not accompanied by any neurological symptoms. Now, migraines, on the other hand, tend to be more intense and are often described as throbbing or pulsating. They usually affect one side of the head, and they may come with other symptoms like nausea, visual disturbances, or sensitivity to light and sound. Now, migraines can be triggered by hormonal shifts, certain foods, or extreme fatigue, and anxiety can often make them worse. So, if your pain feels more like a general tightness that worsens with anxiety and improves with rest and relaxation, it's more likely to be an anxiety-related tension. But if your symptoms include visual changes, sickness, one-sided pain, you might be dealing with a migraine, and it's always worth checking it out with your GP to be sure. Now, we need to caveat this video and say if you're unsure whether your headaches are caused by anxiety or something else, we do encourage you to visit your GP. However, here are a few signs that it might be anxiety related. Number one, the headache gets worse during times of stress and anxiety. The headaches improve when we rest and relax or are distracted doing something we enjoy. There's no pattern of worsening symptoms over time, and you've had clear medical tests. Still, if anything feels new or concerning, always speak to your GP. Getting clarity helps ease the fear, and in many cases, your body isn't broken, it's just overwhelmed, and it's asking you to listen. Now, before we look at 8 ways to ease anxiety-related headaches, and in case you're wondering who am I and how am I qualified to give you this advice, my name is Jennifer Roblin. I am an anxiety specialist and therapist, and I'm the founder of Better Your Life. Now, over the years, I've helped thousands of people across the UK and beyond free themselves from anxious thoughts, reduce physical symptoms like headaches and panic, and finally feel calm, safe, and in control again. So whether it's generalised anxiety, social fear, burnout, health anxiety, even death anxiety, we've seen them all and we know how to help. And you don't need to struggle alone. Now is the right time to take back control of your life and free yourself from those anxious thoughts. Now, if you're getting value, please do go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the notification button so that you can continue to get notified every time we release a new video or offer new free resources. Let's jump back into being practical. So 1, we've got a whole library of free tools waiting for you over in the description. If you're not sure where to begin, I suggest starting with the Circle of Control and Influence workbook. It really is a simple but powerful way to reduce overwhelm and start taking back control. Second tip is a progressive muscle relaxation. This is when we gently tense and release each part of our body, starting at your feet and moving upwards, and this calms the nervous system and reduces tension held in the muscles. One of my favourites is 4-7-8 breathing. This is when we breathe in for 4 seconds, we hold for 7, and we slowly exhale for 8. And it helps regulate your nervous system. Daily journaling is another great way. You write down your thoughts each day. It's a powerful way to clear your mind and uncover hidden triggers. I've added a free workbook called Journaling Questions to Reduce Anxiety, and it's over in the description. Another one is EFT tapping and butterfly tapping. Now, these techniques calm your nervous system and gently guide you out of the fight and flight response and back into the rest and digest response. Now, you can check out our guided video if you're curious about EFT tapping. It focuses on specific acupressure points on our face and body. Now, butterfly tapping or hugging is a self-soothing method that we can use when we're feeling distress, and it just involves rhythmic touching or tapping. So now you cross your arms over your chest, similar to how you would if you were to hug yourself. Your hands should rest on your upper arms. Begin tapping your hands alternately on your upper arms. The movement should be soothing and rhythmic. As you tap, take slow and deep breaths. Inhale through your nose for the count of 4, hold for the count of 4, and breathe out through your mouth for the count of 4. As you continue tapping and breathing, focus your attention on the comforting sensation of your hands touching your arms. Imagine this movement as a gentle, reassuring hug. And if your mind starts to wander, that's absolutely fine. Just gently guide your focus back to the tapping, the touch of your hands, and the rhythm of your breath. Another one that we can do is work with our nutrition and hydration. Now, low blood sugar and dehydration can make anxiety headaches worse. So a simple snack, a glass of water, might make a big difference, bigger than you realise. Another thing you can do is reframe the fear. Try saying to yourself, this is anxiety. I know it feels uncomfortable, but it's not dangerous. You've felt this before and you do know it will pass. The last one is speak to an anxiety therapist. Now, if anxiety is driving your symptoms, working with a trained anxiety specialist can help you shift your emotional and physical state from the root cause. So if this video has been helpful, please take a moment to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss another video. It also helps us to reach more and more people who may need to hear this message. You don't need to suffer alone, and there is help available. So if you found these tools helpful, please let me know in the comments. Let me know which one you're going to try, and even if it's just found it helpful, it's just good for other people to know that there's somebody else going through something similar. And obviously I've got a lot over on YouTube, so you can check out all my other videos. And if you need anything else, we're here to help you. We offer a free, friendly consultation call where we can talk about what's going on for you and whether we might be a good fit to help you. So you can book via the link in the description, or if you prefer, just drop us a message on WhatsApp. The number again is over in the description. And there's absolutely no pressure, just a safe space to begin. Now, Better Your Life, we don't believe in surface level fixes or one size fits all approaches. We create a safe, calm space where we get to the root cause of your anxiety and gently work together to release it. So whether you're a parent, a professional, a student, or someone who feels that they've tried everything else, there is a way through. So check out the free guides in the description and get in touch. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.